I took a long entry right here off of this fair value gap here. This gap. This was the valid gap. Stop was here. Now, I was targeting, we came up to about there, but I was targeting here. Um, and then I got stopped out relatively in profits to like right around, it was here. It was like somewhere like here. I got stopped out somewhere around this candle. So I was still relatively in profits, went break even. My bias was long, right? All right, so I'm gonna break down this trade and also speak on fair value gap. So the first thing with the fair value gap is literally a fair value gap is an imbalance with price, meaning price, meaning that the draw on the draw on liquidity will most likely, or you could just say price is most likely going to draw back towards this imbalance to want to fill it. So the draw on liquidity will be towards the gap to get to fill orders that were not filled. So you can just, in other words, kind of, I guess, see as like a draw on liquidity. So you know price is going to come back to these imbalances, right? Now here's the thing. We had another imbalance right here, right? Now, the question is, why do you think this imbalance was ran through? Why do you think this imbalance wasn't valid? The reason why is because here at the open, this was the first fair value gap we made, and you can call this first presentation. Typically, in most cases, this will be the gap that will be, if we're bullish, right? Like how I was bullish coming into the market today. If we're going to continue being bullish, price is going to most likely come back towards the first presentation gap. Hold up, right? We respect this gap, right? We came with the equilibrium of this gap. We closed like, we came about right there. But, right, as we consolidated, right? We consolidated, we held up, and then this is why I entered. I entered like somewhere here, got all the way back up there, and then we came. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. This was on the wrong one. I did it on M&Q, but um, here we go. This is the gap I entered off of. Okay, so I entered. Let's get rid of all this right here. Don't need this. All right. Okay. So boom. This is where I entered. I entered right here off of this fair value gap here. This is the first presentation. I entered SMT, right? We had a break of structure here, right? So you can break a structure, change a character, change a state delivery, whatever. So I waited till price came back to the first presentation for value gap. We came up to here, and then I got like stopped like somewhere around here, something, right? And like profits or whatever. But pretty much like what it is, um, like for some reason, price is going to most likely draw towards the first fair value gap, first imbalance, because it's just, remember, like I said, those orders that haven't been taken are like some of the first orders, right? So, like some of the orders that price needs to wants to come back to fill. Now, even my draw liquidity was higher, right? Breaking structure, we had, I had my higher time from drawing liquidity. I knew where I was expecting to see price come. This is a daily imbalance. We inversed it, right? Showing some momentum. We came down a little bit and then we just burned back up to the upside later on, right? Okay. So now this was before 10 a.m., but these fair value gaps, like I said, They're imbalances. Price is going to always draw towards these imbalances and fill orders that haven't been filled yet, right? So you just have to look out for that. Always look out for the open after 9:30. The first fair value gap that we make is going to most likely. I'm not going to say always because the market can do whatever, but in most cases, that first fair value gap, that first imbalance, like this one right here after the open, will be the valid imbalance. This one right here, right? It's orders here that so people possibly look to go long off of this one, but you have to understand if this first imbalance wasn't mitigated, we didn't mitigate this one yet. This one is going to become invalidated. So you have to look at the first imbalance right after 9:30. So after the 9:30 open, once we make that, that is going to be a significant imbalance in price. Okay, this is going to be this is going to be like the most important thing. Okay, this is the important thing. This is an important imbalance to look at. So you can disregard all the other ones. Okay, if we make any other ones after 9:30 and this one hasn't been touched yet, if I were personally, I would just disregard it and wait until this one becomes validated, right? And then we re-inverse this. So it's like we inversed it, re-inverse, but I wouldn't enter off of a re-inverse of an inversion gap. Personally, I think that's just like um I think that's just low probability, right? And as you can see, it kind of is place of bearish SMT. Um, you come here, you can say this is like a change of state delivery here. So you come back here, make some sort of imbalance, wait, order block, whatever, pray back into it, then you look short towards some of these lows down here, right? But like I said, I was looking for longs. Eventually the market eventually shot up and went up higher, like went up pretty well. So, um, but yeah, we inversed this daily gap. I was expecting us to go up higher. Let's look. Did we even hit any? Did we touch the any of the POIs? Okay, so we didn't. We got like up to there. I think on the 4 hour. This is yeah. So we got up to about there. So say like right there was like my initial draw. We got close, pretty close, but like I said, I wasn't looking for any shorts. I was looking for longs. We had this body closure above, and then we had another closure. But yeah, but that's pretty much all it is with fair value gaps. Is really simple. You just have to understand when and how to really use them. But yeah, so my trading has been okay. It's just my psychology, but I've been really focused and locked in. Um, Not trying to make too. I mean, I want to just. I'm trying to. I want to pass, but I don't. I just want to just keep going, and eventually, I know I'm gonna pass another one. So, just been trying to be locked in for that. But yeah. So, and then now I guess I just give you guys just a trade breakdown recap. So, we placed an SMT with ES like always. I'm not gonna go show that, but I'll show the like I said for the daily that I was looking for. Where's everything? What the heck? Let's refresh this. Trying to, okay, here we go. Let's pack just the one minute. Okay. So come to the daily. Stuff is lagging. Okay. So come to the daily. We done inverse this. So we're well above here. So I was clicking in. We came here, inverse that. 4 hour candle closes above this daily imbalance as well. So my target is to like, this next top wick, this candle. Drop down to like the hour, right? Look for an SMT. Let's see. What's for today? Here. So here's today. So down to like the 15-minute, right? Oh, this, I'm on the wrong index. That's March. Okay. So, so we had this SMT, placing here this SMT, if it went to the 15-minute. Go to the 1 minute, look for my entry, right? After we place in the SMT, record structure, changing character. Here, record structure to the upside. First presentation gap. Wasn't worried the fact that that this was just an imbalance. I was just expecting to just be like a slight little, I guess, relative equal low. So we took out some internal sell side here, took that out, sweep that out, entered, respected this first right here. This is why I entered. Got all the way up to here, went to break even. Didn't take partials because I wanted to take a partial all the way up to here. Um, but is what it is. And then I got stopped out like somewhere like I entered and then I got stopped out like somewhere around here in this zone. So that's why I got stopped out. And then I tried to oh, I remember what it was. I tried to look like re-enter and then I got stopped out. But then I took a one more trade on, I took a one more trade and then we took a profit. So stuff that I lost like $100, then I made everything back and then some. So and I called it a day after that. But this was the trade that I was looking for. Stopped into partial profits. It was like right here where I got stopped out. And then yeah, so is what it is. You know, that's just the way the market was. It was just moving today. It wasn't even necessarily bad price action. It's just the morning session was weird because it's like I knew the draw was higher, but then we kept distributing lower. So I guess like you could say this is like some sort of a power three setup, right? You manipulate sell side liquidity, manipulate sell side. We make a lot of buy side, and then we just then we just distribute higher. And yeah, that's exactly what we did. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's it, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.